Welcome back. Dr. Ben Carson, who ran unsuccessfully for president and later served as President Trump's housing secretary, that is, facing some pushback now from neighbors in Baltimore County. That is because he and his wife entered a contract to turn 33 acres of their property into a solar farm in the county now. For more on this, Rona Cobell from our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, joining us tonight. And Rona, you had a chance to speak to some of those homeowners in the county. What are they saying about this proposed farm?
Yes, I did. And they're very concerned because the rural parts of the county are quickly changing with more solar farms. And the solar farms are large scale installations that kind of change the landscape of a place. In particular, in Dr. Carson's case, you have a single family, a large single family home. It does not look like an industrial site. And then next to it, you have these large solar panels that are going to be over 33 acres. And so it's kind of changing the landscape of what has always been a very rural agricultural area where people have farms and kind of large gardens, but they're not used to seeing installations like that.
Yeah, this would be a big change for them. The General Assembly passed a law that puts the state in charge of solar facilities. Governor Moore has not signed this bill yet, but how could this impact Carson's plans?
Well, this could impact Carson's plans in that right now there is some local control over solar for projects that are under a megawatt, or they were under 2 megawatts. And with this law, that control goes away. And so the state would basically be able to control things. And the reason behind that bill is a lot of advocates in Annapolis felt that Maryland was pretty slow to embrace renewable energy and that a lot of these local regulations were onerous. And as a result, we weren't seeing as much solar as other states. And so they decided to take away a lot of those zoning requirements to make it a little easier for solar farms to go in. And so as a result, if this is signed, which we expect that it will be, Ben Carson's farm won't have to go for special exceptions and other things that it's looking for.
Right now, it is a lot of back and forth, but I think the question is, what comes next? You wrote the project has not come before the county council. Could it, though, in the future?
A lot of other projects probably will. This one may not, but the sticking point with this one is that there's an easement that the state has, and currently, as it's configured, Ben Carson's solar farm would have to go through a state easement, and the state is going to have to say whether or not that is okay. Usually they don't allow it, but with this new law, that really throws all the conventional wisdom out the window, and we don't really know what's going to happen.
Cobell with some insight there on what is a big potential project up there in the county. Rona Cobell again with the Baltimore Banner. Thank you. If you'd like to learn more about this story, some of the other independent reporting from our media partner, just head to thebaltimorebanner.com.